Of course, I'm recording this afterwards, but I just thought about this after I pressed stop. But yo, if they make a sixth Mad Max movie, they gotta have my girl Rhea Ripley in there. Rhea bloody Ripley as a villain or something. All right, look at her. Just look at her. Does that not say Mad Max or Furiosa or whatever? All right, she belongs in the wasteland. All right, y'all, with Memorial Day in the books, unfortunately, Furiosa did not charm audiences enough to make a big turnout. And it's unfortunate because it is a dope movie. I mean, myself and a lot of other critics agree that even though it was good, it had a lot of dope-ass action, but it just didn't quite live up to Fury Road, which is lightning in a bottle. And it's almost unfair to compare it to that movie just because how dope Fury Road was. But I dug it, you know what I'm saying? So even though I had my critiques about it, like, don't give me that he didn't dig it face. I dug it. It just didn't have the same, you know, when you watch a Mad Max movie, you get a good adrenaline rush. You feel like you just get a rush of NOS, you know, in your veins. You're just ready to go, man. You just feel pumped. You feel charged. Even down to the first Mad Max movie, which was in 1979. And that's why I'm here today to rank the Mad Max movies. But yeah, I feel bad that Furiosa didn't do good. If you're watching this video and you've not seen Furiosa, I recommend you go see it. And I think the reason why I didn't do good, I don't think because of the movie's criticisms or whatever, or the reviews, but I think the runtime probably turned people off because it has a 2.5-hour runtime, and for summer movies, you don't need to be that long in the tooth. I think summer movies should be between like $1.30 to like, you know, no more than 2 hours, just because of a lot of kids are going to be going. Kids have a short attention spans. I was going to take my son to see Furiosa, but when I saw the runtime, I said, there's no way this boy, my son, has ants in his pants, he needs to dance, is going to sit down for 2.5 hours watching this movie with all the car chases and stuff. So yeah, that wasn't going to work out. So yeah, I think if they just shortened these movies by just a little bit, like, you can tell a lot of story in a small amount of time. You know, The Road Warrior, which is epic, man, no longer than 1 hour and 50 minutes. It can be done. So anyway, I digress. That's why I'm here today, to rank. You know, I love to rank, y'all. I'm going to rank the Mad Max movies. So here we go. Not wasting more time. Let's get to it. Yep, dead last. Number 5, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Surprisingly, Siskel and Ebert at the time really loved this movie. I think it made both of their top 10 for 1985. And I'm like, okay, to each his own. So this movie, y'all, you know what? Beyond Thunderdome, I think, does get a lot of hate, and including from me, but I can watch the first half of this movie. The first half of this movie is really dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he gets to what's the place called? Bartertown. When he gets to Bartertown, all the way up until the fight in Thunderdome, which is what the movie's called, all that shit is fantastic. It's crazy. Then when it gets to the part with the kids, it turns into a whole different movie. It becomes some Peter Pan type shit, and he's like this mythical figure god to them, and they just worship him, and the whole thing was just stupid afterwards. Even the chase at the end, it takes place on a railroad track. How you gonna have a Mad Max, Fast and Furious type fucking chase scene, and you're on a damn railroad track? It just doesn't, that's almost as ridiculous as Speed 2 Cruise Control on a damn boat. You're on a train track. Come on, man. So if I watch Beyond Thunderdome, I have to watch it. I have to watch that first half, and then I'll probably watch that last chase sequence, as dull as it is. But I just love that last scene at the end where Tina Turner says that last line.
Ain't we a pair? Raggedy Man.
So yeah, y'all, Beyond Thunderdome is number 5 easily. Yo, I can't lie, that soundtrack was busting too, you know. We don't need another hero. Master Blaster runs Buttertown. Yeah, shout out to Tina Turner, man. She was one of the highlights of the film, man. And Master Blaster, and of course Mel Gibson as Max, but still, yeah, Beyond Thunderdome's lame as shit. Furiosa, Mad Max saga. Now, though it's near the bottom of the list, but still, I'm going to say it again, y'all, this is not a bad movie. Just to Mad Max standards, it just doesn't live up to some of the other movies, man. And it just was, I said this in my review, it gains momentum and then it loses momentum. Like, especially when they broke it up into chapters, you're like, just when it's starting to pick up some steam, it just says, it's like, it almost gives you blue balls almost, you know what I mean? It's like when you get to that point where you're about to, and then your shit just says, wonk, wonk. And you're like, damn, and then you got work to get it up all over again. All right, let me stop. All right, let me get serious. Chris Hemsworth is a clear standout here. The part when his nipples get torn off is the funniest shit in the movie. You know what I mean? Yeah, even Anna Taylor-Joy as Furiosa, I thought she was fine. I've seen Fury Road so many times. I have Charlize Theron in my head as Furiosa. So to see Anna Taylor-Joy come in there and not say almost anything, whereas in Fury Road, Furiosa said, she didn't have a whole lot of lines either, but she had more than in this movie. I don't know, it kind of took me out of it where I didn't care about her. So even though this is a revenge tale where she has to get revenge on Chris Hemsworth for what he did to her family, by the end you're like, okay, this revenge plot means almost nothing to me. I don't care if she gets revenge or not. I almost don't want to see him die. You know what I mean? So yeah, there it is, man. I can hear some people right now, man, how can you put this over Furiosa, man? Furiosa was 10 times better than Mad Max. Okay, to you it is. All right, but to me, I'm going to call it how I see it. The OG Mad Max, which kicked everything off, was made on a shoestring budget and for the longest time held the title, all right, of independent film to how much it made. All right, so this is made on a shoestring budget and it made like quadruple its money back. All right. Then the next movie to do that was Blair Witch Project. All right, this was true guerrilla filmmaking with George Miller, being the ambitious filmmaker he was, went through some dangerous shit to get this made, and it shows on the screen because a lot of these chases, no CGI needed, no green screen, no nothing, just straight up crashes and cars flipped in the air, fucking rocket. There was a scene where a rocket was actually attached to a damn car and sent the car flying off into the sky. Grease style, way back, Sandy and Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Yo, and the toe cutter as the villain, one of my favorite Mad Max villains. I was scared of this movie at one time because I thought the toe cutter was creepy, and the original version I saw was the American dub version where they used American voices, and the toe cutter had like a really creepy, like, graspy voice, the Night Rider. That was his name, the Night Rider. Doesn't sound as scary on the Aussie version, but still, yeah, this movie has some horror elements to it. It has some kick-ass chase scenes, and yeah, man, yo, and the pace was so fast. By the time the movie was over with, I said, damn, I want to see that again. Mad Max, if you can get past some of the dated elements of this film, okay, it's easy to pick this film apart. It has an exploitation feel to it. It's flawed in a lot of areas, and some things even don't make any sense, okay? One of the facts that it's called Mad Max, and you really don't see him become mad till the end of the movie. And he's avenging his wife and son, but the son you barely even see. Sometimes you forget that he has a son until his name is brought up. I don't even think I even saw Max even hold the damn baby. But yeah, but besides all that, this kicked it off. Mad Max is my number 3. At number 2, and this was very hard for me to do because for years I've been hanging on to the fact that this is my favorite Mad Max film, okay? Before I had facial hair, all right? Before I had a dad bod, okay? The Road Warrior was my shit for years, still is my shit. And I was like, I don't care what they do with Fury Road, there's no way that you're gonna be better than the Road Warrior. It's not gonna happen.
You wanna get out of here? You talk to me.
And then it happened. So yeah, I'm not even gonna get, yeah, so yeah, 2 is the Road Warrior, number 1 is Fury Road. And it's debatable, there's just, Fury Road was just a perfect movie, man. It had everything I loved about the Road Warrior, but just amplified, just seasoned more, just updated, and updated in a good way, not where they're trying to be so big and different, but even though it was bigger and different, but I don't know, it just felt like a true Mad Max film, and I loved every second of it, every frame, every scene. There was not a moment where I was bored. It all made sense. Morton Joe, who was played by Hugh Keays-Byrne, who also played the toe cutter, actually absolutely killed it. And even though it's called Mad Max Fury Road, He does kind of take a back seat in his own movie, and then Furiosa comes in, but it's done organically. It wasn't done on that so-called what they say woke shit where okay, a woman has to take over. No, 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 it's not like that at all. At least that's not how I took it. I felt like they both worked well together. It was her mission and he was there in passing. So it's almost like kind of Forrest Gump where it's Mad Max's movie, but it's Furiosa's story. And Max just happens to be there to assist her. Not to take much more of your time. Yes, Fury Road is the best Mad Max movie, hands down. This movie gets an A plus plus plus. I have a top 100. Actually, I have a top 200 list on my letterbox. Please feel free to check it out. Where Fury Road is up there. It's in the hundreds, okay. And Road Warrior is also in the hundreds. So they're both together. But yeah, I have to get the edge of Fury Road. So there you go. You have Fury Road number 1, the Road Warrior number 2. Mad Max number 3. Furiosa 4, and then Beyond Thunderdome dead last. Aren't we a pair, Raggedy Man? So there you have it, y'all. That's my ranking. Okay, so we'll talk shit. You can say what you want in the comments. I don't give a fuck. Man, make your own list. Hell, give me the link to your channel. I'll come check out your list. But this is my list. Okay, I don't want to hear nothing about no brothers up on the wall. Okay, you get your own channel. You can put your brothers, your nieces, your nephews, your aunties, or whatever. But this is Rashad G Reviews. Okay, all right. This is my outlook. If you don't like it, so yeah. But yeah, put your rankings down, all that stuff. Then that's it, and that's all. Rashad G signing out. Peace.